Hey guys, it's CP, and today I want to talk about COVID-19, also known as the coronavirus, and how it's starting to, indirectly affect me. So luckily enough, I haven't been diagnosed with COVID-19 yet, so knock on wood about that. But I do want to talk about, initially, I was sort of feeling like this isn't something that's, affecting me or anyone I know, and, sort of in its own little areas. And, this week, I think I've really started to feel it because being here in the Bay Area in the Silicon Valley, a ton of tech companies have also started working from home. First it started with San Francisco declaring a state of emergency, and then LA, and then here in the Bay Area, there's now locations like San Francisco, for instance, that isn't allowing events that larger than 1,000 people. And now San Jose has adopted this, and I think a few different areas as well. One of the first large festivals to get canceled was actually Miami Ultra. And as a consumer, we get we're super sad about that because we're looking forward to going to these concerts and festivals only for it to get canceled. And for me, actually this week, I found out Coachella was postponed till October, and I've been working really hard to get that Coachella body and be ready for that, and now it's kind of all for nothing. And that's just me taking it as a consumer side, and I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way with these events canceling. It sucks, but it's nice that they are thinking about us as consumers and how close and dirty sometimes it could get, right? I mean, a lot of these shows I've been to, people are super squished like sardines. They're just walking up and down the halls. Sometimes not everyone could go wash their hands immediately. And, big props, honestly, to a lot of the events that's been able to postpone or not fully cancel. But yeah, to those who had to cancel their event or their show, I mean, it sucks. It's a lot of work. And, this is obviously a smaller thing in comparison to some of the bigger issues surrounding, coronavirus. But this is still an issue, and this is how it affected me. And I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you guys. And so that's more on the personal side of things, right? For my career, if in case you didn't know, I do events for a living. And by doing events, it's I've done everything from planning trade shows, sales kickoffs, receptions. VidCon was one of the largest shows I've ever done, actually planned VidCon, as well as be part of some of these larger consumer events. Earlier this week, we heard rumors about E3 potentially not happening. Finding out about E3 not happening was, I think, my true kicker. Because as a company, we always sort of know where you're gonna go and what event you're gonna do in the following year and things like that, right? And so when you're planning something for a couple months, you sort of give it your all. And I think this goes without saying for any event, that I've ever planned. You put so much effort and you put everything into it. This is your big project, right? You want it to be super cool. You want it to be successful. You think, how do I grow year over year? And, you make it your everything. And, for things to get canceled as an event planner, I think it sucks because you don't get to see your big dreams come to fruition. And, there's a group of people who are planners and organizers and people who invest money. There's a lot of things, little details a lot of people put into this and to make something amazing happen. Literally, events is a platform to bring people together to celebrate or, do something cool, listen to music, have fun with friends. Maybe, you attend some educational seminars or you go to some cool anime events and cosplay. A lot of people are affected because of the coronavirus. And we don't really see it that way usually. Sometimes we think, okay, yeah, this is definitely a health thing. People who see this a lot are people in healthcare or people who are affected. And then, now it starts trickling down to everyone else. Now no one's really traveling. So that's hurting the travel airlines, travel agencies. It's also hurting the hospitality industry, like hotels and, all different restaurants, and even a lot of small mom and pop shops in regions, because a lot of people are now not going out. They're not knowledgeable about what's happening. And, what I wanted to do in this video was to provide my input and how I think it's affected me, just to give other people a sense of like, hey, this is what's happening out there, and I think the more that we're educated, the better it is. And, we aren't doing things like buying hella toilet paper. And, I went to Target today and I was like, what if I need toilet paper? Like the toilet paper was empty. Anyways, there are people who cough and sneeze everywhere. And I know sneezing's not a part of it, but there's still people who are out there who are sick. And so I think the best thing for us right now is just to, just lay low and really just, wash your hands. I've adapted personally, doing the Team Rocket motto or saying when I wash my hands. I think I saw that one on like Facebook, and I wonder if you put too much emphasis on it, it's actually longer than 20 seconds, which is not a bad thing, honestly, because I hear between 20 seconds and a minute and 30, and so anytime I guess in between there is good. Just wash your hands, please. And be nice to people. There's not a reason to be rude and like mean and racist and or just, I think this is the time where us as humans need to really get educated and really know what's happening, or at least just be humans, be nice and care about other people. Like, we don't have to be hell crazy. Like, what is this? What happened? And I think this is truly what's opening a lot of eyes for people. And so, yeah, I wanted to share this video. I want to also hear how this is affecting you guys. If there's some of you who are still in school, or maybe you're part of a different industry, like how has this affected you? And maybe you may know someone who has coronavirus, or you may have contracted it yourself. Personally, I still don't know of anyone that, and I hope it keeps that way as long as everyone's continuing to wash their hands. So, yeah. All right, guys.
Prepare for trouble. Make it double. To protect the world from devastation. To unite all people within our nation. To denounce the evils of truth and love. To extend our reach from the stars above. Jesse, James, Team Rocket blasts off in the speed of light. Surrender now or prepare to fight. Yeah, that's right.